Like the video and subscribe right now, and this doggo will let you ride him to battle. Duck, I miss you so much. Or, that's so sweet. I mean, you totally cheated on me with the girl you're still dating, so you have no shot, but that was sweet. Also, I'm totally going to send her a screenshot of this. Please don't. Please don't. One time my ex was really mad at me after we broke things off, and he sent me this and never talked to me again. We want grandkids. The best I can do is not killing myself. Marvel's biggest villain. DC's biggest villain. Being unemployed. Having a job. Dad, when will I be grown up enough to not need dinner anymore, like you? I'm the saddest girl in the whole world. Newest addition. Family dinner. Guys, would you give an average looking girl a chance if she were to approach you first and make first move? A guy would talk to a tree if it approached him first. What are some guy secrets girls don't know about? The average guy is so starved for positive attention that a simple compliment is enough to get him interested in you. What's something you think about often? Imagine being one of the kids at the orphanage that Stuart Little was at and a family picks a ducking rat over you. Some say blue cheese is best. Some say it's ranch dressing. But deep down we all know Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. My wife just said buckache in front of the kids. To my shock, she then admitted that she didn't know what it meant and thought it meant like bullshit or something fake, and she'd said it in meetings. I made her Google it, and now she's having a panic attack. I'm an expert at having a really funny story to tell and then wording it badly enough that it's not funny anymore. New York is a great place to have a horrible day because you can cry in public and literally no one cares. Congratulations to the IRS on winning the $846.3 million Mega Millions jackpot. Winner of $1.28 billion lottery gets $433.7 million after tax. You hate cops, but if you're ever in a scary situation, who's gonna show up 2 hours later with a notepad and pencil and never follow up? Ever think about that? My mental state is, if you give me a hug for too long I will start crying. The student debt crisis solved. 1. You loaned $100,000 to a jobless teen. 2. Take the L and learn some financial responsibility. I'm mad teachers told us, if you don't do well in school you're gonna be the garbage man, and never told us the garbage man made more than them. Hercule, Hercule. You don't want to be on the receiving end of this gunship, aka the angel of death. This is what we have instead of insulin and debt-free college. Millennials living through Y2K, 9/11, a plague, 2 economic recessions, and a possible World War III before they hit 40. I offer my kids $500 for every A on their report card. It sends the message that education is a priority in our household, and it costs me absolutely nothing, since my kids aren't that bright. What if your debit/credit card had a yearly wrap up like Spotify? You bought 243 Crunchwrap Supremes in 2019. You frequented Taco Bell at 2 AM. You spent $753 on coffee this year. I finally got my average resting heart rate down to 65 beats per minute. Only 65 more to go. I wanna be 14 again and ruin my life differently. I have new ideas. I just love dad jokes. Wife, I have to tell you something. I'm pregnant. Husband, hi pregnant. I'm dad. Wife, no you're not. Today a lady came to pick up her insulin, which was expensive, and she told me, sorry I'm late, I had to save up to come get it. I've gone 3 days without insulin already. I'm surprised I'm not dead. Welcome to American healthcare. Someone do something. A Christmas Carol is a heartwarming tale of how rich people must be supernaturally terrorized into sharing. Yeah, breakups hurt, but have you ever come across a meme that you wolves sent to a person you don't talk to anymore? You can have a game library valued at $1,000, but kids are more likely to be impressed by a $14 Fortnite skin. I have a normal library valued at over $1,000. It consists of 3 of my textbooks from college. Let me explain why I like to pay taxes for schools, even though I personally don't have a kid in school. It's because I don't like living in a country with a bunch of stupid people. John Green. Being poor now just leads to being more poor later. Can't pay to clean your teeth? Next year, pay for a root canal. Can't pay for a new mattress? Next year, pay for back surgery. Can't pay to get that lump checked out? Next year, pay for stage 3 cancer. Poverty charges interest. When you're depressed as duck, but you're not a girl so nobody cares. When you wake up and check your phone to see how much longer you can sleep, but it's right before your alarm rings. My favorite part about health insurance is how your teeth and eyeballs are add-ons. Being poor is cool cause you'll be saving up for something you really want, and you'll almost be there and ready to buy it, and then your check engine light comes on. You might not remember, but Winnie the Pooh kept a strap at all times. I forced a bot to watch over 1,000 hours of Trump rallies, and then asked it to write a Trump rally of its own. Here is the first page. Trump rally. Interior. Big Arbors in South Wyoming, Oklahoma. President Trump forces himself on a podium. President Trump. I just had a phone call with the economy. Jobs poured out of the phone. Great jobs. Tall jobs. Steve Jobs. All at Kinko's. The crowd cheers. It is full of real Americans. Man with hard hat. Man with harder hat. Gun that is alive. President Trump continued. The United Snakes is doing so good. Other countries are on fire. All the people on fire. Hot fire too. Not us. Our flag is so beautiful. President Trump salutes a flag that says, Arby's food is fine to eat. The crowd howls. They love this flag of America. University bookstore worker stole $20,000 worth of textbooks, police say. Oh man, I hope they recovered both of the books. In elementary school, when we would have read out loud to the class from the textbook, I would literally count the kids in front of me and figure out what section I was reading so I could practice it before it got to my turn, and I think that's where my anxiety started. A little boy just screamed down the tube carriage, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, and everyone remained silent. I love London. Realizing that my landlord is living my paycheck too. My paycheck is insane. One time I sent rent later in the evening on the 1st, and he complained because the bank overdrafted him on his mortgage payment. The duck. I'm the main breadwinner in my landlord's family. When you kill a man for the first time and you really need a cigarette, but you're not 21. For therapy to work you need to open up to me. I just have a hard time trusting people. Got it? Haha. Paid $5.994 in flight Wi-Fi to tell you this guy just broke up with his girlfriend on the plane and she's sobbing. I asked a Neo-D guy once about the stress of bomb defusing. He shrugged and said it's not. I'm either right or suddenly it's not my problem anymore. I try to stick to that perspective. I graduated from law school 6 years ago with $250,000 of student loan debt. But after years of hard work and tens of thousands of dollars of payments, I can officially say that I now owe $315,000. Hooray. I worked at Forever 21 as a cashier, and I guess the customer I rang up was an Instagram baddie because a few people recognized her, but I didn't. And when I checked her out she was like, "This line is so long, do you know who I am?" And I said no sorry, and then her card declined for $1.35. You'll ever try to breathe quieter while walking up a hill so bystanders don't hear you fighting for your life. What would you do if someone left you 8.7 million? Pay off my student loans and use the remaining $10 to go to the movies. I remember my mom's Uncle Joe died and got cremated, and we were on the way to the funeral, and she said she wanted some coffee and my older brother said, well, we got a box of Joe right here, and that didn't make her laugh. They're coming here illegally. They need our help. We should help Americans first. Well, then let's help Americans. No, that's socialism. Sleeping is cool because it's like being dead, but without hurting my family. My sibling and I at any family function. 1 hour here is 7 years on Earth. When you're an 18-year-old dog and your owner takes you on a car ride to all your favorite places and lets you eat whatever you want. Chuckles. I'm in danger. I want a haircut. I want my boys and men to live. Yay. This millennial got hit by a city bus and can finally pay off her student loans. It's really hard watching other people live out your dreams. When I was younger I thought cops were legally allowed to commit crimes and get away with it, and then I got older and found out that wasn't true, and then I got even older and found out it was. Oh my god, Susan, can you imagine how luxurious planes in 50 years will be? I golfed with a hilarious 78-year-old man, and he was dishing out life tips the whole time. The most doesn't give a duck guy I've ever met. He tells me after the round, don't talk to me in the parking lot. My wife is picking me up, and she thinks I went deaf 5 years ago. What a legend. My pregnant wife and I are seriously considering getting divorced, so she'll qualify for Medicaid to pay for the birth and I can afford insurance for myself. I'm not even joking. Peter Pan, we meet again. Captain Hook. Captain Hook. Well. Wait, you guys call me Hook. Peter Pan. Yeah. Captain Hook. Because of the hand? Peter Pan. I'm Sora. Captain Hook. Wow, okay, hey, my dad's dead too, why not call me Captain Dead Dad? Sports be like, watch this millionaire throw a ball to another millionaire, hahaha, we still don't have healthcare. New York is giving the Buffalo Bills $850 million in taxpayer funds for a new stadium, the biggest pro sports subsidy of all time. 3 days ago, New York announced a $800 million cut to children and family services. The Bills owner is worth $5.8 billion. Relax. I hid the contraceptive pills in the gun. The best part of Kevin Hart's wedding pic is him standing 10 feet in the foreground to be as tall as his wife. Why aren't millennials buying diamonds? Sorry, I was too busy paying $485 for a campus parking pass. Nobody talks about Jesus' miracle of having 12 close friends in his 30s. 2011. The world's gonna end next year, like probably because of something with the Mayans. People freaking out. 2019. There is scientific proof that global warming is rapidly destroying life as we know it, and we need change fast. People, lol, okay. Not only will America go to your country and kill all your people, but they'll come back 20 years later and make a movie about how killing your people made their soldiers feel sad. When I die, I want the people I did group projects with to lower me into the ground so they can let me down one last time. Remember when boomers said that social media was destroying minds of the youth, but most of us developed media literacy and most of them didn't, and they got brainwashed into being fascists by Steve Bannon, and now they condemn us for wanting compassion and equality in society and economics. Every state marked in red is where minimum wage earners can afford a 2-bedroom rental. Blind woman told to get off bus because guide dogs can't be black. Bruh, imagine being blind and the bus driver is like, you can't come on, guide dogs aren't black. And you're just there like, what the duck is black? People in the US in jail for weed, while the government trades a Russian war criminal to free a woman's basketball player in jail for weed. It's ridiculous how $10,000 could literally change my life and a lot of people's lives, and billionaires could spend it on like a hotel room for one night or some dumb-sold bottle of wine. Maybe this will work. Nothing happening. My mother handed me £20. Take your brother to see a movie for his birthday. Keep him out until 2 o'clock while your father and I set up his surprise party. That was the day I realized my brother was the favorite twin. Why is Mirror Me and Camera Me so different? Like, am I ugly or not? Why do they keep remaking Disney movies and make the animals look realistic? If I wanted to see an elephant be sad for over an hour, I would go to the zoo. My dad went to a doctor's appointment with my grandma and found out she was diagnosed with dementia over a year ago, but she never told anyone because she forgot who. Do you ever catch someone looking at your paper during an exam and almost feel bad that they think you're the right person to cheat off of? Very rare photos of the US Army seizing the weapons of mass destruction of Iraq. If I have a medical emergency, don't you dare call an ambulance, you'll better Uber my ass to the hospital, because we not about to pay $5,000 for a ride in the Wii U wagon. I'm sorry, is this some sort of American joke that I'm too European to understand? I was wondering how this seatbelt would keep me alive if the plane crashes. It won't. Its function is to hopefully tether your mangled corpse to your assigned seat for identification purposes in the event of a crash. Got it? I'm an expert at having a really funny story to tell and then wording it badly enough that it's not funny anymore. You aren't always gonna have a calculator in your pocket. Lying ass 90s teachers. The US military looking for people to fight in World War III. Gen Z and millennials. Antidepressants are disqualifying for military service. Pro-lifers. Unborn fetuses. 438,000 children in foster care. I'm not in a Walmart parking lot physically right now, but I'm in a Walmart parking lot emotionally. Trying to be honest with my therapist, but not so honest that I get involuntarily hospitalized. This hits home a little too hard. Adult, go to college so you can get an education and change the world. 4 years later. Student, science says if we don't use alternative energy and less plastic, we'll all be dead in 80 years. Adult, wow, you think you're so smart, college sure did turn you into a libtard. Let's start our meeting. Got anything ideas, Dave? You gotta let me go, boss. The fall was 10 years ago. How has serving impacted you? My wife ducked 10 guys while I was gone, and I'm afraid of fireworks. My grandfather full of lead. My dad full of asbestos. Me full of microplastics. Titanic replica will set sail in 2022, following the same route as original. Good thing we melted all of our icebergs. How prisoners in Denmark look at the living conditions of working Americans. I love paying TurboTax a few $100 every year to figure out how much money I owe the government, which the government already knows but won't tell me because TurboTax pays legislators to keep the government from telling me. Remember when we cried as kids and our parents said they'll give you something to cry about? We thought they were going to hit us, but instead they destroyed the housing market, quadrupled college tuition, and melted the ice caps. Grown-ups are weird because every one of them says how are you, and you always have to say good, even if you're not good. Me texting people back instantly after they took 4 hours to reply. Featured comment. USS Fletcher Gaming. Currently offline. Parents, why aren't you doing your work? Me, the Flintstones are time travelers. They went back to the dinosaurs after seeing how bad we screwed up, but kept their traditions.